Today, we're getting up close and personal with Dave Chappelle's wife, Elaine Chappelle, the quiet force behind one of the most controversial and brilliant comedians of our time. From their Brooklyn love story to raising 3 kids away from the spotlight, we're covering it all, a full biography of Dave and Elaine's journey, their family life, her age, Dave's net worth, lifestyle in 2025, house tours, that Ohio farm is everything, cars, and how they've built a world that's worlds away from Hollywood chaos. This is gonna be a long one, packed with stories, insights, and the real heart of a couple who's navigated fame, backlash, and everything in between. Whether you're a Chappelle stan, curious about their low-key vibe, or just love a good power duo, grab a drink, get comfy, and let's step into the world of Dave and Elaine Chappelle. Here we go. Let's kick things off with the love story that started it all, Dave and Elaine's biography, because their partnership is the secret sauce to Dave's success. Dave Chappelle, born David Curry Weber Chappelle on August 24, 1973, in Washington, D.C., grew up in Silver Spring, Maryland, with a mom who was a professor and a dad who was a statistician, a brainy household that fueled his sharp wit. But Dave was always the class clown, doing impressions of his teachers and dreaming big. By high school, he was performing stand-up at the Apollo Theater's amateur night, and at 18, he dropped out of high school to move to New York City, crashing on couches and grinding in comedy clubs. His big break came in the early 90s with roles in The Nutty Professor, 1996, and Con Air, 1997, but it was Chappelle's show on Comedy Central in 2003 that made him a legend. The sketches, from Rick James to Clayton Bigsby, were cultural dynamite, pulling 3.1 million viewers a night and earning him $50 million for 3 seasons. But in 2005, at the peak, Dave walked away, fleeing to South Africa amid burnout and creative clashes, famously turning down that fortune to reclaim his life. That's where Elaine comes in. She was the steady hand through the storm. Elaine Mendoza Irf Chappelle was born on August 31, 1974, in Brooklyn, New York, to Filipino immigrant parents who built a life from scratch in the Big Apple. Growing up in a tight-knit Filipino-American family, Elaine was the quiet achiever, studying at a local college and working as a graphic designer before meeting Dave in the mid-90s at a Brooklyn comedy club. She was 20, he was 22, and sparks flew over shared laughs and late-night talks. Elaine saw the genius in Dave when others were still figuring him out. She was there during his struggling comedian days, crashing on friends' couches and scraping by on $50 gigs. They started dating in 1997, and by 2001, they tied the knot in a low-key ceremony in New York City, no paparazzi, just close family and a few comedian buddies like Neil Brennan. Dave's joked about it on The Howard Stern Show, saying, "Elaine was with me when I was broke. She saw the potential before the paychecks." Their wedding was simple, with Elaine in a classic white gown and Dave in a suit that probably cost less than his Netflix deal later on. Fast forward to 2025, and they've been married for 24 years, proving that behind every great comedian is a woman who can handle the chaos with grace. Elaine's age in 2025 is 51, born August 31, 1974, and she's aging like that fine wine Dave loves to sip on stage. At around 5 feet 6 inches with that effortless Filipino beauty, long dark hair, warm smile, and a style that's all about comfort over couture, Elaine's the picture of low-key elegance. She's not chasing the spotlight like Dave. Instead, she's the one behind the scenes, keeping the family ship steady while he tours arenas and drops Netflix specials. Turning 51 hasn't changed her vibe. She's still the supportive partner who texts Dave, "break a leg," before shows and packs his favorite snacks for the road. Fans on X adore her mystery, posting, "Elaine at 51 is the real MVP, holding it down while Dave slays." Family is the core of the Chappelle world, and Dave and Elaine have built a beautiful one far from the Hollywood glare. They have 3 kids, 2 sons, Suleiman, born 2001, 24 and 2025, and Ibrahim, born 2003, 22, and a daughter, Sana, born 2009, 16. The boys are following in Dave's footsteps in subtle ways. Suleiman's into film production, interning on indie sets in Ohio, while Ibrahim's studying music at a small college, keeping it private like his dad. Sana's the baby, a high schooler with a passion for art, often sketching her dad's stage outfits. The family lives on a sprawling 65-acre farm in Yellow Springs, Ohio. More on that house tour soon, where the kids grew up running through fields, helping with chores, and learning Dave's golden rule: no phones at dinner. Elaine's the homeschooling queen, making sure they got a well-rounded education with a focus on creativity and kindness. Dave's parents, William David Chappelle III, a college professor, and Yvonne K. Chappelle Cian, a writer, were intellectual influences, and his siblings keep the family close with holiday gatherings. In 2025, with Dave's latest special The Dreamer dropping on Netflix in December 2024 and racking up Grammy buzz, the family's tighter than ever. Elaine's been spotted at a few low-key events, like the 2025 NAACP Image Awards, cheering from the crowd. It's a world away from Dave's public persona, all about quiet nights, board games, and that unbreakable bond. Fans on X say, the Chappelle family is goals, private, powerful, and full of love. Net worth? Dave Chappelle's net worth in 2025 is sitting at a cool $70 million, and Elaine's right there with him as his partner in this empire. That figure comes from a career that's been as brilliant as it is bankable. Back in the day, Chappelle's show was a goldmine. He walked away from a $50 million deal in 2005, but the syndication rights alone have paid out tens of millions over the years. Fast forward to 2016, when Netflix dropped $60 million for a multi-special deal, and Dave's delivered 6 bangers, including The Closer, 2021, and The Dreamer, 2024, each netting him $20 million. His stand-up tours pull in $10 to $15 million a year, with sold-out arenas like Madison Square Garden in 2023 grossing $5 million in one night. Books like Can't Kill Us All, 2017, and The Kid from the Projects, 2023, add royalties, and his production company, Pilot Boy Productions, backs projects like a Black Lady sketch show. Investments are smart too. He owns a slice of the Yellow Springs farm, worth $5 to $7 million, and has stakes in real estate around Ohio. Elaine's graphic design background helped early on with branding, and she's been his business confidant through the Netflix deals. No flashy spending for them, it's all about family and freedom. Fans on X hype, Dave's $70 million is earned with guts. Elaine's the real boss behind it. Now, for the house tour, let's walk through their 65-acre Yellow Springs farm, because this place is the ultimate Chappelle sanctuary. They bought the property in 2004 for around $1.2 million, a steal for the privacy, and it's a rustic paradise in Greene County, Ohio, about an hour from Dayton. The main house is a sprawling 5,000-square-foot farmhouse built in the 1800s, with 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, and that lived-in charm with creaky wood floors and stone fireplaces. Dave's added modern touches like a home studio in the basement for writing specials, soundproofed walls, mics, and a wall of vinyl from his collection. The kitchen's Elaine's domain, with a massive island for family meals and a pantry stocked with Filipino staples like adobo ingredients. Upstairs, the kids' rooms are personalized. Suleiman's got film posters from Get Out, Ibrahim's a music haven with guitars, and Sanaa's all about art with easels and paints. The guest cottage, a 1,200-square-foot A-frame, is where Dave hosts close friends like Joe Rogan for low-key hangs. Think bonfires and deep talks till dawn. The land is the real star, 65 acres of rolling hills, woods, and a pond for fishing. They've got a barn with horses, Dave's into trail riding for stress relief, and a vegetable garden where Elaine grows heirloom tomatoes and herbs. There's a treehouse for the kids, a fire pit for movie nights under the stars, and hiking trails that Dave uses to clear his head before shows. In winter, it turns into a snowy wonderland for sledding, and summers mean barbecues with the neighbors. Yellow Springs is a hippie haven, full of artists and free spirits that vibe with Dave's offbeat humor. No massive security walls or gates, it's all about that open, welcoming feel. Dave said in a 2023 interview, "This farm is my reset, no cameras, just us and the land." It's worth about $8 to $10 million now, but to them, it's priceless. Cars? Dave and Elaine keep it practical but classy, no Lambos or Ferraris in the driveway. Dave's daily driver is a black Tesla Model S Plaid, a $130,000 electric beast with 1,020 horsepower that hits 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, perfect for quick runs to the airport or zipping around Ohio. He loves the eco angle, joking on his show, "It's quiet, no one hears me coming to roast M." Elaine's got a white Mercedes-Benz GLE, a $70,000 SUV that's family-friendly with room for the kids and groceries from the local farmer's market. For special occasions, they roll in Dave's vintage 1967 Ford Mustang convertible, a cherry red classic worth $50,000 that he restored himself, top down on sunny drives to the studio. No massive collection, but it's all about quality over quantity, blending sustainability with a touch of cool. Fans on X say, Dave's Tesla fits his vibe, fast, quiet, and ahead of the curve. Lifestyle in 2025? Dave and Elaine's life is a beautiful balance of creativity, family, and escape from the madness. At 51, Dave's still touring. His 2025 schedule includes 50 arena shows, pulling in $25 million, with stops in London, Sydney, and a Netflix special drop in December. He starts days with meditation and a run on the farm trails, then dives into writing in his studio, fueled by black coffee and Elaine's homemade Filipino lumpia. His diet's plant-based since 2018, with favorites like quinoa bowls and fresh salads from their garden, but he indulges in vegan burgers on tour. At 5 feet 11 inches and lean, he stays fit with yoga and light weights, crediting Elaine for keeping him grounded. Elaine, 51, runs the household like a pro, designing graphics for Dave's merch and homeschooling Sanaa with a focus on arts and empathy. Their style is effortless boho, Dave in hoodies and jeans, Elaine in flowy dresses and scarves. They drive the Tesla for local errands, like picking up farm fresh eggs, and fly commercial for tours to stay connected to real life. Socially, it's small and sweet, game nights with the kids, barbecues with neighbors in Yellow Springs, a quirky town of artists and activists, and rare date nights at a Dayton jazz club. Hobbies? Dave's into vinyl collecting, he's got a rare Prince pressing, and hiking the Appalachian Trail sections near the farm. Elaine loves painting and reading poetry, often collaborating on Dave's special visuals. In 2025, with Dave's 6th Grammy win for The Dreamer, they're celebrating quietly at home, toasting with non-alcoholic sparkling cider. It's a life of intention, no Hollywood parties, just meaningful moments. Fans on X vibe, Dave and Elaine's 2025 is pure peace, farm life over fame any day. Wrapping this up, Dave Chappelle's wife Elaine is the unsung hero of his empire, the woman who met him when he was broke and built a family farm haven with him in Ohio. At 51, with 3 amazing kids, a $70 million net worth, that Yellow Springs retreat, and a Tesla in the drive, their lifestyle is the blueprint for balance. Dave's journey from DC kid to comedy king is legendary, and Elaine's the queen making it all work. What's your favorite Dave moment, a Chappelle show sketch or his latest special? Drop it in the comments, like if you're inspired by their love story, and share with the squad. Want more on comedy power couples? Let me know. Thanks for watching, keep it real, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.